Gather round, for I only tell a fable once. This be the tale of pirates, so legendary that those who sail the 12 seas still revere their names.
A warlock of the Unseelie Court, Wikipe Weatherby.
A swashbuckler on the run, Kildak of Flan.
And a warrior on a quest to reclaim her scepter, Tana the Fierce.
Avast ye for the Gilded Voyage. Ahoy, me hearties, and welcome back to the Four Rings Inn. Yar! Last we left off, our pirates, our captains' daring plans paid off beautifully. Tawny had flown to the Arcane Ward and enlisted the help of Lady Ethra in helping her find Tamokor and find Morzamek, the scepter of the warrior Droop. Scepter of Dame. I was trying to forget if we had said that on camera. Yes, the scepter of Dame, and stop Urusula from coming through and destroying everything. In the meantime, our other pirate captains, Kildak and Wikipe, went to the pirate court. They did not only convince the crew of the Depressed Guppy come, they did not only convince Captain Lacrone or Captain Dimwalk, they convinced every single pirate captain to come along, including your boy Marcus, who gave up his ship to be on the Guppy with you. Everybody sailed south to Left Hand Island, where you picked up First Mate Eugene. Does First Mate Eugene have a new position? Because I can't keep calling him First Mate Eugene.
He's not first mate.
He's not First Mate.
Deckhand Eugene.
If there's a deckhand position underneath Walnut, he's there.
He is
Mako got
to...
promoted, so that way Eugene can have that spot.
He's not assistant deckhand, he's assistant to the deckhand.
Yeah.
Precisely.
Yes, he's assistant to the deckhand. Assistant to the regional manager. And he... and we have come full circle, and we picked up our marooned Eugene with the full force of this fleet. All the ships set sail to the west, headed for the Reef and destined for Tamokor. As we roll back to our characters, about 2 days pass in this travel. I'm actually going to start with Tawny first. Tawny, where do you think you spend the most time during this travel? Do you come back to the Guppy? Are you investigating the other ships? Are you in Ethra's study the whole time? Like, where's Tawny at?
I definitely jump around a good bit. I think that, we ended with me kind of just like soaring between the fleet, and I would have landed then on the Depressed Guppy and, had a moment with the other captains as we're reunited, and they did such an amazing thing last episode in getting a whole fucking fleet. But I think after that time, I've spent a lot of my downtime going between ships, meeting the other captains, which is very un-Tawny-like, but like the fact that I knew that the crew originally was so against going that I fled in the middle of the night to go to Ethra's ship, and now there's all these people willing to sail and to help for the cause, that she very much is like going, speaking to them, and also definitely going to the Arcane Ward to, one, reassure Ethra that I'm not ditching her, I'm not going to ditch her in the middle of the sea now that all these pirates are back, and to use her study to just really try to see if I can figure out anything more about Tamokor, about Morzamek, and also about the Abyss and Ursula. and about keeping her down.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a history and arcana check, and then we'll wrap back to you as you do your studying. Wikipedia. What? Actually, we'll come back to Wikipedia.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, just kidding. I don't want you. Kildek, what are you up to in the meantime?
Well, Kildek has kind of spent his social battery. He did a lot. We're just kind of recuperating these 2 days. I realize I'm majoritively responsible for all the deaths that are about to happen. I get that. Totally do. That's okay. And so I'm just chilling in my room, whetstone and sword, just sharpening my sword, preparing for battle. So one of those deaths isn't me.
Beautiful. Yeah, we talked about the benefits you'll get. Although your sword is not magic, it's going to make it a +1/+1 sword for the duration, which again we've discussed. Yeah, and you are able to sharpen your rapier to serve you well in the coming days. Beautiful. Tawny, what was that roll on for history and arcana?
Mhm. That was a nat 20.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
First roll is in tight.
Yeah, what was the nat 20 on history or arcana?
I mean, I
Yeah,
don't
what do
know.
you
I
wanna
got a
do?
nat 20 and I didn't roll again. I have a +6 to either, so whichever one's helping me more.
Okay. God. I will say. Boy. Remind me what you're asking again.
Generally, I'm looking
Yes.
at a lot of things because this is a good amount of time and I don't know what's in her study that would be useful.
Sure.
But generally, it's things on Tamo Core, on Morsmec, if she has like any like records or personal things, and on the Abyss and the idea of, especially because of what she's the Zolkar of or acting Zolkar of, and about like closing those tears.
Got it. Perfect. On the last point,
Mhm.
you are able to successfully find working with Ethra, not just find an enchantment, but piece together a couple spells and arcane runes and equations to come up with a modified equation and a modified spell. It is quite a high level spell. It'll be an 8th level spell, but Ethra seems confident that the spell that the two of you have developed would be a abyssal binding spell, and essentially it will slow the release of Arusula, and if Arusula can be weakened and pushed back into the abyss, since she's the one tearing out, it should be able to pull her deep enough into the abyss to seal the fissures. The other point with this abyssal binding is while Arusula is in the material plane, it looks like it can also prevent her from tapping into the powers of the abyss, in the sense that she would most likely, while having access to the abyss and the material plane, be able to heal a tremendous amount very quickly and constantly. And while this spell is active, it would prevent that from happening. The only downside of the spell is it is concentration, and it will it's all Ethra can be able to do. is she must be focused on the spell, and if she takes damage, then she's gonna have to make a save. It's going to be difficult, and she only has so many 8th level spell slots, and so it's not something that she can keep doing. But if she could be protected, then it looks like you could, at the very least, prevent Ursula from healing, and potentially help close the fissures. For Tamokor and Morsmek, I'm trying to think if there's anything to learn that she hasn't already told. I don't think there's much.
Yeah.
There are a set of coordinates that you find that is where Croesus interacted with Morsmek for the first time, which is roughly near the spot on the map marked door, which makes sense but isn't incredibly helpful.
That's okay. The spell's pretty fucking good, so you know.
The spell is excellent. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed that you found that one, but that's fine. It is what it is. You can't kill everyone all the time, I guess. You can only kill some people some of the time.
Can't argue with a nat 20.
It's hard to argue with that 20. Yeah, I feel bad for not giving more, but I don't know how much else about Tamokor and Morsmek that would be told. Like that is left to find. You know the vast majority of what's going on.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. Excellent. Oh, final question for Tawny. Where's Tawny sleeping for most of these nights?
It feels like such a pointed question because I have my own personal pocket dimension, perfect bedroom, an arcane ward, and then I have where my friends sleep. I think that it really depends on what she was doing in like the early evening. Like if she spent like a big night up studying, she's gonna use the nice bedroom. But I think there are times when and it's only 2 days, so maybe one night she did that, and the other night I think that she would be with the crew and they were probably doing like a little like party celebratory dinner thing, last night alive type shit, and I think that night she would be in the Depressed Guppy.
Perfect. The Admiral definitely has his shanties that he plays, and there's a drinking contest and all the usual pirate shenanigans. Perfect. Wikipedia, what are you up to in this downtime?
I think I'm spending a lot of time in the kitchen and helping prepare food and cooking and dispersing it to all the other ships in our fleet, and just kind of way of saying things by like cooking and making sure everyone is well fed and spending a lot of time in the kitchen.
A very halfling thing to do.
She knows her way around a kitchen, whether she likes it or not.
She not used to a big kitchen and used to serving many mouths.
Many people.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, the days pass, and on the night before you reach the reef, as the ships glide through a clear night sky, you hear the wind whistle through the middle deck, and you feel a calling to the main deck.
Me?
Yes, Wikipedia. Yeah, me?
Me?
What could
With
this
the Wind
be?
Queen?
In the middle of the night?
In the middle of the night.
Never seen this before.
I was like, I can only make it so dramatic. We're all on the same page. We know what's about to happen.
Yeah. I'll go answer.
Hello.
Hello, magical queen.
Yes, patron. What do you want?
Yet again. I cannot go up with that sass. It was a fun joke, but I do not enter with that much sass.
Okay, yeah. So you go up to the top deck, and you this time you feel it calling all the way up to the crow's nest.
Oh, fun! I love the crow's nest.
You scale the rigging, and when you get to the top, you can look over all of the other ships and the arcane ward and the rest of the fleet, but floating like off of the railing of the crow's nest and silhouetted by stars, so that you feel like if she was looked at from any other angle, there's no way to distinguish her from the pitch black sea. But just in the way that she blots out a couple stars, you can make out that there's a figure like a little bit above and a little bit out, hovering again, silk black robe, crown on her head, but you cannot make out distinct features. And you come up, and she says, "Time grows short, Wikipedia. Your purpose for being out here comes near, and my only regret is that we may not see each other for a little bit of time. Not forever. Of course, not forever. But a stretch of time we may be apart. And that saddens me so. It is the greatest honor to serve the court in the way that you're doing. And all of us in the Unsealing are so grateful for your strength and your courage and your prowess in your endeavors." Do you know what must be done, Black Bee?
You asked me if I would kill my family. And I would. But would you?
For the court, I would do anything. And as she says it, her voice like deepens and almost like echoes. It's not loud, but it is reverberating.
So how do I do it? How do I put her down?
You wish to defeat her?
Only if you ask of it.
Yes, of course. You were chosen for this because you were the only one in our court strong enough to do this. And she moves in a little closer, and you can feel a hand caress your face. And it's hard to tell if it's just a hand or the wind that blows by. She says, "This necklace," and again, it's hard to tell if it's her hand or the wind, it just picks the necklace up a little bit, "is immensely powerful. But my magic will not work on that abyssal wretch, not directly, but it will give you an advantage over her. As for her weakness, she is selfish, vain, entitled. Her ambitions are all that she can see, and she loses sight of what's around her. And one can take that as an advantage if used correctly. We ask you to do this, Wickeby, for the court. Be strong for the court. And I promise you that if you succeed, you will be memorialized forever. Songs will be sung in the unseelie court of the Black Bee for all of time. And you will be a legend amongst the unseelie.
I don't do this for fame, but I do as you demand, and I'm at your service. And Wikipedia kneels down. Just give me your next command, and it shall be yours.
Push what comes out of that reef back into the fathoms, and do not let it leave. The queen turns to leave, and as she begins to disappear into the night sky, give me an insight check.
Insight check. That's an 18.
Then, okay, I will phrase the way that she says this in the most obvious way.
Thanks.
No, it's okay. No. There. She could be more cryptic or not cryptic, and with an 18, there's no point in being cryptic. She turns her head and says, "Black Bee, there's a wound on her back that will never heal. One to match the one in my heart," and then disappears.
Oh. That was helpful. For once.
Queen comes back and annihilates,
Hunt.
Perfect. Cool. Lovely.
I hope you other two got that. You got that?
Everyone tracking that?
Everyone tracking that conversation?
I wasn't
Is-
there.
I was gonna say, is Wikipedia sharing this at some point? Aubrey got it. Does Tawny get to get it?
You probably will, yes.
I will say there were a couple conditions that could have been met in that encounter that became very dangerous for Wikipedia.
Just now?
Yes. Oh yeah. There. I have
Just now.
like 3 different trees of things. There are a couple keywords that if you said some keywords were really, really bad.
I figured
And-
if I mentioned the hag, things weren't going to go well. So I kept her name out of my mouth.
It was the hag. Yeah. There was a couple.
Hag was going to be bad.
There was a couple names that you could have said that would have.
She wanted the hag dead, but she didn't want to talk about it.
That would have really upset her. Yeah. So if that seemed more mundane than you expected, it's because you dodged.
Yeah.
Big boy bullets.
I had careful wording. I thought about that.
I want you to know that your careful wording absolutely paid off.
Thanks.
Oh, absolutely.
I wrote down my questions, things I would say, things not to say, things I should say. I also have a tree on my side.
Well, know that there were ways to get blasted,
Now is not the time.
no,
Too
you did a
I
very
need as much information as possible, and I need to be as nice as possible.
you did a very good job.
However, that would be pretty funny.
So
Campaign's not over
funny.
yet. Campaign's not over yet.
I'll tell you. I think the worst thing that she would have done was wipe Wikipedia's memory.
Oh,
I think
fuck.
that was the worst thing that she had on the table. There's a couple things that you could have said that she'd be like, "Nope, you're done." Um,
Oh,
Honestly, it would have been better if she killed you and I got to you within a minute because I have Revivify. Wiping your memory?
yep. Yeah. Cool. Lovely. With that, he goes back to bed, none the wiser. None the wiser. And the next morning, the fleet comes to a halt at the edge of Rainbow Reef. You can see uh, the seafloor creeps up into view, and you can see that rapidly out in front of you, it goes from that like deep sea geography to this beautiful reef. It is teeming with coral, with colors and vibrancy, but there are no sea life. And it doesn't seem like the reef is suffering from this, but you also see no evidence of fish, of crabs, of crustaceans, of octopi, of the sea turtles, of normal sea life that would inhabit such a beautiful and blossoming ecosystem. But all the boats take a pause, and the admiral nods down to you and says, "Just say the word, captains, and we give the signal. But once we go, then we go." And Marcus kind of chimes up and goes, "Just to be clear, I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page here. Nobody's come back out of the reef, right? Like we're 0% success rate so far. Everyone understands that? Like just okay."
Mm-hmm.
you
Okay.
signed up. Full sail. Let's go.
He said full sail.
And I will
yeah.
repeat that command with my booming voice so the rest of the fleet hears it.
Yes. The anchors are raised, the sails are unfurled, and the ships move over the reef. You would know that based on the most current maps and Captain Emerald's map, that you are a day and a half out from the door. So you have like all of today and like tomorrow afternoon, you should be, maybe tomorrow like evening, you should be at the door. Everybody,
Long 36 hours.
everybody passes into the reef, and the water smells a little different here. It smells sweeter. It smells more full of life. The air seems more crisp, but almost hazy. And as soon as you pass into the reef, I need Wikipede and Tawny to give me wisdom saving throws.
Why do we have to give wisdom saving throws?
I think the better question is, why don't I?
Tawny also was preparing to cast Detect Magic.
Sure.
Oh, Wiggy, you get a +1.
Oh, great. That brings me up to an 8.
Oh,
Real.
I got a 21.
Ooh, okay.
At least one of us passed.
Tawny, you are able to resist this wave of energy that comes through. Roll a D100 for your new madness.
Another one? I just got rid of the last one.
no.
Hey, this one's not permanent yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, 32.
32.
Are you gonna message me what this does?
Yeah.
Is this happening to
I'm ready.
everyone?
Give me a an insight check.
Oh,
Did I
Oh,
feel
we're
that I
fucked.
pushed something back?
Yes.
Yeah.
I will also say that you felt that you pushed something back by mechanically 1 point, DC of 20. So
what? Oh, I wasn't gonna pass this no matter what.
So-
Jeez.
Donnie did it. Tawny made it.
Uh-huh.
You feel fine. You're feeling great.
I'm fine.
My insight is a dirty 20.
Perfect. Yeah. Everybody. You look. Everybody seems to be suffering a little bit differently, but everybody is hit by a wave of a little bit of confusion. You feel something wash over everybody. The
Does this
only
seem-
people.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. The only people that don't seem affected is Kildak, and you look over, and Apostle on the other ship, like awakens from napping on the deck, and you can tell that he like felt something, but he doesn't seem to be affected in the same way. I think
No
those
one's
are the
like immediately trying to like jump off the boat and kill themselves, right?
No. Oh,
I don't know
sorry,
what
I-
this madness effect is, and I am very concerned. Because I do
I'm
have
gonna-
something. Does Wikipedia have her madness?
Yes.
Seeing
I think
this,
so.
gonna turn to Wikipedia and be like, and Kildak, because I don't know, it didn't affect him. I'm gonna ask you two. Are you guys
think it's
alright? Something just happened.
Something happened? What happened?
Something tried to push
I'll give
into my mind.
I'm gonna
Wikipedia?
give Tori a second to figure out how to deal with that.
Yeah. No, definitely weird. This place is weird.
You,
Yeah.
you feeling okay though? Like,
I feel okay. I feel okay.
okay.
She doesn't look okay, but she feels okay. Huh.
This washes over the crew, and you can see that the day goes on shockingly uneventful. The ships cruise through the water. The reef sways beneath them. The crew is uneasy even before this wave of madness. And it's hard to tell if they're acting strange because they know that nobody comes out of the reef or because something has changed. As the day presses on, does a party have anything they want to discuss with each other? If the answer is no, that's totally fine. I didn't want to rob you of planning time if you needed it.
Yeah, I
You
think we
still
should turn
feeling it?
around.
Are you still feeling okay?
Yeah. I just don't think we should keep going in this direction. We should go the other direction.
The other
We have to-
direction. But
Maybe we.
the door's this way.
Maybe it's that way.
It's not. Look at the compass.
Yeah, that way's scary.
Okay.
I
Just
know,
agree with you on that one.
But I mean, look, we've been sailing so far, and we've been fine. No one else was
Yeah.
as strong as us.
Kind of mad I didn't get advantage on this DM.
Oh, why? You know what? No, that's fair. I think that's fair. You can roll one more time with advantage.
Gotta get a 21.
I know it's a really tough save.
No,
But
that's fair. With the
And it's the fact that you told me was just about the spell that was cast and not about the effects. And now that I'm reading the effects, I have advantage against it.
yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, roll. Give me another roll, and yeah, you're trying to beat a 20.
I got a
No.
23.
Wow.
There
I
you
will
go.
absolutely give it to you. That is fair. Yeah, no, excellent job knowing.
I think I
what
can
people
shake
do.
it off.
No, absolutely.
No, you're right. The door's this way. We have to keep going. Just the water out here. It's just there's just something about the mist in the air. It just doesn't feel right.
I know. I'm worried that everyone else is getting
I think
affected.
they're feeling it too.
Yeah.
We have to keep an eye on all the ships. They might try and turn around. I mean, I guess if they want to, they could, but I don't want them to like get lost or get hurt. Not trying to keep them here, but keep them safe.
Yeah.
At this point, it's probably better we stick together.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So keep an
Mm.
eye out. Tawny, if you can fly around, make sure they're not trying to leave.
Yeah.
Because I think they might.
I'm gonna fly and I'm gonna start visiting the
Perfect.
other ships.
As you are doing this, we kind of breezed over it. You did cast detect magic, correct?
Yes.
What
Yes.
did you do?
Immediately.
Yeah. I didn't want to take that away from you.
Immediately.
Yeah, you cast detect magic. The water is again that slime green, and even like as the waves move and as it like laps up on the ship, unlike regular water, like it sticks to the side and it like oozes off. It seems like
No.
this magical version of it is more viscous than regular water. You look closely because you know to look for it, and
Mhm.
that like little twinkle of fey magic is still underneath every splash that comes onto the ships. As you look out, you once again see the huge tentacles reaching into the air. Now they're, instead of just like grasping for the air, they are arching up out of the water and then back under, almost like trying to pry open these massive fissures in the reef, huge cracks and crevices where you can see the abyssal energy is both bursting out and also sucking material plane energy in.
How does
Give
Kildak
it-
look?
Well, good question. Kildak looks normal.
Like Kildek! Like Kildek!
Cool.
Yeah, go ahead, Tony.
Are the tentacles coming out of the water, are they still like on the horizon, or as we're moving, do I see them coming closer, or are they staying like in that like murky distant view?
Gotcha. No, they definitely look like they are coming closer. It looks like within the hour, you're gonna move past a couple of them.
Okay.
You give me a Arcana or investigation check. No, just investigation. I lied.
I got a nat 1, but am I
Oh,
by Wikipede?
If you're by me, you get to re-roll it. If you're flying around doing something else,
I think
I mean,
this would be right away. So
Yeah, I cast it right away.
if you're near me, then you get to re-roll your one.
We're kind of going back in time a little. That got me a 19. So you said it has to be investigation?
Yes.
Okay. You don't want to give me my +7 on Arcana?
No. The Arcana doesn't really fit this.
That is 22 then.
You are looking at the tentacles and the tendrils coming out, and as like that, those waves of fear wash over you, and you get like that knot in your stomach, something does click. You are looking at the abyssal openings, and you realize that they're less random than you thought. And you climb up to the crow's nest to get more of a bird's eye view. And you, on that 22, realize that the cracks aren't like sporadically placed through the reef. They look like, and granted, they're not as perfectly connected as this analogy is, but it looks like if when you break a pane of glass and it spider webs out, that there's a central point very far ahead of you, but it looks like all of these cracks spider web out from a central point. Again, it's not
There's
like
a door.
a pure like lines upon lines of abyssal energy. They're sporadic, but you look at them and you see that they all have tangential and intersecting planes that would all intersect at a point. And
Especially with her dragon's eye view.
yeah, as Kildek said, there's your door. You put together that the location of the door and the focal point of the origination of whatever cracked the material plane as an entity is co-located with the door.
So I cast Detect Magic instantly and shrugged that off. We had our little encounter, and I said that I was going to go check on other people. I am going to first go straight to the arcane ward, and I'm going to say, first, Ethra, you all right?
Yeah, you see Ethra is still in her study, and she looks up over at you. Yes, why would I not be all right? Something wrong outside?
Well, crossing into the reef, there was like a weird thingy that tried to probe into everyone's mind, making people weird. But more importantly, come out. Do I know if she can detect magic? I think didn't she do that at White Sands?
I don't know if you... Yes, she did do it at White Sands.
Okay. I'm going to say, come out and look at the water now.
You give me a persuasion check. You told her there was a bad thing outside and then to come outside.
That's fair.
This food tastes disgusting. Try some.
19.
Great stuff. It's
Cool.
delicious.
She rolled a 16, but that's pretty good. She comes out. Let's see. She has to make her wisdom.
I'm going to tell her to
save.
prepare if that can give her advantage.
Nope. She fails, and now she gets to roll a d100.
She had to come out sometime. I don't feel bad. I tried to give her advantage.
You see that she comes out onto the deck. That wave, she smells the air, is washed over by it, leans over the side of the deck, throws up, and then rushes back inside.
Ethra!
Did she at least look at the water when she did?
No, she came out, something hit her, she threw up over the side of the deck, and then ran back inside.
I'm gonna go in and be like, hello? What are you doing?
She is over her latrine, throwing up. Granted, her latrine is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It's no hole in the ground, but she is currently getting sick into her latrine.
Is she just gonna be fucking throwing up? I don't.
This lasts for like probably 20 minutes until she's able to recover herself.
I
Steadily
like that
goes
Tony
up-
was just standing there watching her.
just watching. Yeah. Comes back outside, cast detect magic, sees what you're looking at, is horrified, throws up again, and then goes back inside.
While she's inside, probably throwing up again, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna go in, and while she's throwing up, I'm talking to her. So yeah, that's what I wanted you to see. All of those horrible tentacles are leading straight to the entrance of Tamokor, which also means we might run into the Queen of Sea and Darkness before getting to Tamokor. Super fun. Yeah, and you know, it's gotten worse, but that's what I saw Red Rat Bay.
Yeah, that is truly horrifying, and we need to go faster. Tell the navigator that if we need to leave behind the fleet to do so, we need to get to the Tamokor immediately. Hopefully there'll be less ocean in Tamokor, and then begins to throw up again.
I'm also
got it.
going to suggest that once we get super close, I have my way in, that you come to the Guppy with me and the crew during the crossing, because...
Oh, can't we just do it here?
Yeah, but the Guppy is a much better ship for this kind of shit.
Oh, I beg to disagree. Oh, fine, we'll go to the Guppy.
Okay, catch him with you later. And then I'm gonna go make the rest of my rounds.
Perfect. Yeah, you make the rest of your rounds. The first day concludes, and the night begins to fall.
Can we all get
Yes.
our long rest if we take turns watching? I know that
Yeah.
there's probably other pirates who are watching, but I'm going to go to the captains and ask them if the three of us specifically will take turns, because I want people that I trust more than the average Joe Smo unnamed pirate watching.
Perfect. Lovely. Good idea.
John was like, man, I was
If
gonna
that's
screw
the
you over
case-
with that one.
Important question. Who goes to sleep first?
Before we go to sleep, can I talk to Wickedy
Sure.
for a minute?
He wants to talk to me.
Hi, Wickedy. Can you tell me
Hi.
what your queen looks like?
No. No, and not because I don't want to, but because I don't really know what she looks like. You know, she looks like the night sky. Clear, dark, and black, with all the twinkling lights on it. But that's all I really got.
Have you ever seen her like during the day?
No.
Does she have long hair? Is it
I think so. I'd like to imagine she does. Very long and flowy.
20 questions. from Wikipedia.
about how tall is she?
Oh, she's massive. Oh, she's a giant woman.
Like 6 foot? 7 foot?
No.
Like 9 foot?
No.
Taller?
Yeah.
Like
She's a big lady.
15?
I can't count that high. Maybe.
Freaking got the 15.
15 feet? I don't know how tall 15 feet is. She's up there tall.
Cool. Okay. Thank you. This was not helpful.
You asked.
I did. I'm gonna go to Tawny. Tawny, you said you've seen the queen before, right? Like, do you know what she looks?
I didn't see her. I heard her. There was a blanket of darkness going on, and so I couldn't see anything that was happening. I didn't even see
And that was
Wickedy in the
her.
moment.
She's just the darkness. That was her.
So, why you
What's she sound
asking?
like? Just curious, what's she sound like?
Like a lady?
Cool.
He sounds like a lady.
And would you say this blanket of darkness was like 15 feet tall, 10 feet tall? How tall was this blanket of darkness?
Honestly, it changes. It's kind of whatever she wants. Usually I just describe it as large.
Gotcha.
But she can be a little less large or she can be a lot larger.
Aubrey knows.
Whatever large that he's feeling that day.
Aubrey figured out what Kildak is doing, but Tawny doesn't know. So,
I know.
yeah, she's got like.
I figured out his ploy as well. But we can put it on. And I will keep talking if you prompt me to.
I just have an idea. But,
Did you have
it's
an
fine.
idea?
What's your idea? Kildak, please enlighten me why you're asking me about my queen, who all my servitude is to. Why are you asking about her?
And I'm going to touch myself.
Please do not insult me. Please do not insult me right here and now, Kildak. This is my livelihood you're playing with.
I already did it. I'm gonna give the best impression I can from the paintings and drawings and information that I've accumulated. And try and make a somewhat realistic interpretation of Wickepee's queen.
You had that drawing Wickedy made.
Yep, I'm basically basing it off that. Because I got
what are
nothing
you-
from anybody else.
What are you making this interpretation out of? What is your canvas?
What do you mean? Me?
I mean, I don't think that was specified.
Sorry. Yeah, I am the best interpretation of the queen that I could come up with.
Got it. Yeah. Describe
Up to 10
me-
feet tall. I can't be taller than 10 feet.
Describe to me what.
What happened?
Just describe me what Jake took away from that description.
So, Kildak touches himself because they ask him his plan, and he just goes, "Dude," and suddenly a dark mass with long flowing hair is now 9.5 feet tall, and it has a feminine voice as they explain that if we meet Arusala, they clearly have a bad history. So could be a potential distraction.
Kodak.
Do you think she would confuse you with an archfey?
If we're far enough away, yeah.
I hope you know I am very insulted right now.
I mean, no insult. And
And I take very much.
I will pinch myself, and it will end.
Do you think? I think that Kildak's rendition of the Queen is more stocky, more muscular. She has squarer shoulders. And his rendition didn't have a crown. But aside from that, he did a pretty good job.
In my mind, he did not.
That's fair. Wikipedia's
It's all dependent on how well you drew her.
Kildak, you already have a kind of target on your back when we get towards her. I don't think trying to pretend to be her sister is going to help us.
Oh, okay, fine.
I think
just an idea.
seeing her
Never mind.
sister would only make her more angry and more violent. And I'm not sure if that's what we want to do. Because right now you're making me feel angry and violent. And I know you.
You can hit him just a little.
Oh, I'm thinking about it.
Okay, guess I have no ideas anymore. Fine.
How you feeling? As we get closer to her, heard any voices? Got any weirdness happening?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Can we roll an insight check?
Roll it.
Sure. No, I don't care.
I'm doing it too.
Sure.
Yeah. Jacob,
Again,
you got
anything?
Am I against
have to-
my persuasion or deception? My choice.
Yes, your choice.
Tell me what you rolled, and I'll tell you if you succeeded or failed.
I got a nat
11.
20.
Oh,
Okay, well, I'll
you can
succeeded.
do anything past Tawny.
Oh, waste of a nat 20, but
Hear anything? See anything? Feel anything?
what do I get from Kildak?
Absolutely nothing. That I'm slightly sad that somebody that nobody liked my idea.
Nothing
I
nothing
think-
else going on? I got a nat 20. I read you like a book.
I think the strangest thing that Tawny gets is Kildak says nothing, and he means that genuinely. Like, even you who shrugged off the madness still felt that wave of energy. Kildak has felt like there is no difference from sailing 3 days ago to now. Like
Precisely. Nothing.
the nothing
I
is
feel
almost
nothing.
equally unsettling.
Again, just a little sad that my idea wasn't enjoyed.
Okay, well, you tried to make an illusion of a very powerful creature and thought that that would work. So. And that it would help.
I still think it helps, but you do you. Next time I just won't run and by you first.
Just do it.
And
Yeah.
No. This is exactly why you run it by both of us, because
Yeah.
that was a bad idea.
Remember
Come
last
up with
time
good ideas. We'll give you good responses.
that you didn't run an idea by us and you almost destroyed my relationship with Ethra by lying about us bombing White Sands?
Yeah, that's pretty funny. And then she was there, and she was stuck there. No, you're right. I shouldn't run and by you. This is a waste of time. Good night, y'all. I'm not taking first watch, though. I need to recuperate that spell slot I just used.
Tawny,
I
I,
can
don't
take-
mind taking first watch if you want to sleep. I can stay up. I can take 2 of the shifts if need be. I'm
You
pretty
don't need
good.
to
I'm
take
feeling
2.
okay.
I'll join you. I'll wake you up in a little bit.
Okay.
Or not wake you up. Come take your spot.
Yeah, that sounds good.
We'll start with Kildak then. Kildak, you are the first to fall asleep. And
What if I put myself in a magical sleep? Will I be safer?
no.
What if I just knock him out for the things he said about my queen?
Just
I said
Well-
nothing of your queen.
He's unconscious.
You wake up and you are still on the guppy. As you come out of your quarters, you see that the guppy has been shrunk down to the size of like a small fish. The guppy is underwater and it is sailing through the reef, which is now huge and moving around you.
The guppy is a guppy.
The guppy is a guppy, precisely.
Cool.
You see that there are pirates on the ship. They're bustling about, but similar to your first dream, their movement is blurry. You don't really make out any good details on them, and their faces in particular are like white. It is just flat skin across their faces, as these like almost like mannequins of the crew move about the ship. But as you go through, you hear that voice whisper in your mind again, and this time it feels like it's rippling through the water around you. And it says, Kildak, 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 Kildak. You've come back for me. I'm so glad you came back for me. You're coming back for me, back for me, back for me.
How do I feel in this moment?
I'll leave that up to you.
Okay. It's a dream. I'm probably gonna feel happy.
Beautiful. You hear the voice say, I want to thank you for coming back for me. Back. Not many people come back for me.
Less
Can I
happy.
Give you something. Another present, maybe. Present. And you see floating by the ship is this little, like, at first it looks like it's gonna be hard to describe. It's a mote of light, but instead of light, it is darkness. It is the absence of light. And as you look closer, it is rather like a sea urchin, but it is completely made out of crystal. It's not a living sea urchin, but it is shaped like one. It floats past the ship, and it comes like just within reach of you if you reach off the ship and grab it. And you hear the voice again go, take my present. It'll help you find me, help you find what you want.
Yeah, I'll take it. Not happy about it,
Dude.
but do it. It's a dream. I don't have control.
You reach out and you touch the sea urchin. You wake up in your bed.
Did I get a long rest?
Yes, you got a long rest.
Thank God.
As you wake up, you sit up out of bed, and your arm is completely a tentacle where it once was missing your arm. You feel the three eyes looking out from under the eye patch, and as you sit up in bed, your vision is expanded as you feel like you're like constantly casting detect magic. You feel like you can read the thoughts of everybody around you. You feel like you like almost can feel the ocean swelling around the ship, and you have full control over it. And then you wake back up in your bed. Your arm is still gone. You still have one eye. Your bed is soaked, and your in your hand is the sea urchin, the crystal sea urchin. You also can cast detect thoughts at will.
Cool.
And
Thank you.
Great.
of
Love
course.
that. Great.
My bed is wet. So
Yep.
I will just cast blub 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 and scoot it out the
Beautiful.
porthole.
Perfect. Oh, that's how I did it. Perfect. Lovely.
Did anything happen in the night? Like, what time does he wake up? Because Tawny was going to wake him up for the last shift. And I just
Got
want to know if by any wild luck, I walk in, like, even as he's, like, working to get rid of the water. I just want to know if I walk in on any of this.
I'm gonna say no, especially by how quickly he grabbed the sea urchin. I didn't have to tempt him twice. It was a single tempt grab, and I think that his dream was fairly quick. Let me. I'm gonna add that to your character sheet. Next up, who's also asleep? Is Tawny asleep, or is Wikipedia asleep?
Mm-hmm.
I took the first shift.
You do the first shift. Cool.
So depending on
Tawny
when
is
these
second,
dreams happen.
Gilded is third.
Cool. Lovely. Tawny, I need you to roll initiative real quick.
Fuck. Why are you rolling initiative? All by yourself. Oh no.
I bet she's not by herself.
I meant she's not by herself.
16.
16. You act first. You
Great.
are. You fall asleep. You are quickly, immediately upon going unconscious, you are on the gold-covered beaches of Tamokor. The sand is made of gold. You see the trees are gilded in golden patterns. Every leaf of every fern has like wisp of gold on it.
It's gold leaf.
The little flecks of gems pattern the sand and the grass, and standing on across from you in the beach is a sun-tanned but dark-looking red wizard. He has like this deep red and gold robes on. He has the black tattoos that run from his eyes down his face and down his body. He has his wand in one hand and your scepter in another. And he looks to you and says, "If you want your scepter back, you're going to need to prove yourself." And he flicks his wand, but you do get your first move in initiative.
Oh, goodness. How far away is he?
He is currently 50 feet.
Okay. I am just going to like, and my talons come out, and I'm gonna go forward like this, and lightning is going to shoot from my hand.
Oh, perfect.
And he has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Perfect. Ooh, that was bad. Is this a spell that you're casting?
Yes.
Okay, so he has advantage on it.
Oh.
Okay, that is a unnatural 20.
Well, he still takes half damage, so fuck him and his unnatural 20.
Good.
And I rolled high on the first one.
Good.
Hold on. Okay, so it would have been 21, but what is that halved? Is that 10?
Half is going to be 10. Yep. So you see he moves, like, again, faster than light to get out of the way. It still scrapes into his shoulder, explodes off of his arm. The lightning crackles through his body. He sneers in pain.
And I'm going to...
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to use my
go
movement
ahead.
after I do it, and I'm going to sprint as close as I can to him. So 30 feet.
Perfect. You close that distance by 30 feet. 20 feet between the two of you. He smiles at you and says, "Going to have to try harder than that." He waves his wand, and he's going to ignite his body in flames.
This seems counterproductive.
Perfect. Cool. He ignites his body in flames, and he is then going to move his wand, and as the flames wreath his body, part of it is going to wisp towards you and fire out of his wand. He's going to cast Firebolt. Jake, are you jealous that you weren't the one casting Firebolt? Oh,
My eyes went wide when you said fire, but and then it was ult.
Gotcha. That was really good. Does a 25 hit?
How do these spells work in my dreams? Am I going to wake up with these spell slots used? You don't have to answer.
You don't know.
Oh no.
Counterspell.
That sucked.
I stop
You
it.
Yeah, what-
do that? That's
Yeah,
all
you can stop a
fancy and
cantrip.
everything.
Yeah, absolutely. You cast Counterspell, it goes away, and you can see like a brief look of surprise on his face as you do that. You are up.
I am going to take... I have 30 feet of movement. He's 20 feet away. I'm going to
Yep.
come up to him, and I'm going to try to yank the scepter out of his hand.
Got it. Sure. Give me a strength check for me.
Not very good. 12. He's a wizard.
He rolled a 14. He just gets the scepter out of the way as you reach towards it and miss. Yeah, unfortunately, that's your action. You have a bonus action if you would still like it.
I'm just gonna, I'm gonna, lunge for it, and he moves out of the way. I'm gonna be like, why do you even have my fucking scepter?
He cackles at you. He is going to cast... making sure this does what I want. Okay, that does.
If you die in the dream, do you die in real life?
I don't know. I really hope
do.
that my long rest comes after this stream.
Yeah, this doesn't sound very restful. Mine was super peaceful. I was swimming through like beautiful coral. There was a sweet voice.
John said that it happened instantly. So, as soon as I fell
Yes.
asleep.
He is going to cast. He's going to cast cone of cold as he says, maybe this fire isn't doing it for you. And he goes to cast cone of cold. He's actually going to upcast it at 7th level. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Counterspell that one.
No. That is a 17.
A 17. That does succeed, so you'll take half of this damage. It's a good roll.
Yeah.
I just don't want to roll all these dice.
Then
by
it's only
hand.
75 now.
It's only 10d8. Yeah.
I was not out of the realm.
You take 23 points of damage as his cone of cold blasts out from his wand, and then he's gonna flick his wand real quick, and then cast. He's gonna cast Firebolt again. Does a 16 hit?
16 is my armor class.
Cool. So you are able to take this firebolt. You shrug it off. It does not deal damage to you. Perfect. It is your turn.
What did you say? What did you do to Croesus?
He cackles and says, Croesus gave me the scepter all on her own. What could she have wanted? What could I have given her for her to give up everything? What could I have offered her to get her to kill her own niece? What was it that let her forsake her duty for me? What did I offer?
And I go into a dragon.
Perfect.
That's exactly what he wanted.
I'm glad that worked in my dream. And
Yeah.
as a dragon, I'm going to try to swipe and get my...
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a strength check for me.
Natural fucking 20!
Again?
Wow.
Third of the night.
Is that number 3?
What?
He does not get the scepter out of the way. He only rolled a 16. He is going to burn one of his legendary resistances and choose to succeed anyway. And you have your movement and bonus action if you want.
My nat 20?
You swing with your
Oh my God.
the perfect grab. And
It is just a dream.
you can't tell if he moves unnaturally fast. You can't tell if, as the scepter crackles, if he almost moves with Druk energy. You can't tell if it's just a dream and your hand just moves right through the scepter.
I'm just gonna...
But yeah.
Yeah, the lightning crackles harder, and I'm just there as this huge dragon, like, looming over him.
Perfect. Wonderful. His turn. He's going to say, enough of this madness. And he's going to cast Time Stop. It's a 9th level spell. Whoa, I rolled a 4 on my d4. So he gets time freezes. He gets 5 turns. You're going to automatically fail any dexterity saving throws. So I pre-roll. Do I want to use my pre-rolled stuff? No, I don't. I want to roll it here. He's going to cast Lightning Bolt a couple times. No, he sees you're cracking with lightning. He
No,
wouldn't do
you
that.
said it. You said it. You said it.
No, he wouldn't do that. He's not stupid.
Maybe he is.
No, he's not stupid. He's actually gonna do. Oh, yeah, here you go. He's just gonna cast Fireball a couple times.
Fireball a couple times?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're the DM. Whatever
am
you
the DM.
select.
I've cast Fireball once before.
This isn't a good dream.
This isn't a
Mine
good
was.
dream.
Did you know that hedgehogs used to be called urchins? And so when they discovered sea urchins, they were like, oh, this looks like a hedgehog in the ocean. We'll call it a sea urchin. But then they changed the name of hedgehog away from urchin, so now it's just sea urchin.
Interesting.
Thank you.
It's 86.
Thank you for sharing.
86.
As I die, thank you.
10,
I was
10d6.
feeling the silence of John's math.
No, of course. That's 10d6 5 times. That's 50d6.
Hmm.
50?
Mm-hmm.
50 d6?
Huh.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
Best case, you're taking 50 damage.
It's gonna be a little. I hate to break it to you. It's gonna be a little more than that.
How do you
At
plan
least
on
I turned into a
rolling?
dragon. I have a little bit more hit
Yeah,
points
roll.
with that.
On D&D Beyond?
No.
Please
It
do.
doesn't
I
go
want
that
to see
high.
that number.
Yeah,
It doesn't
it
go that high.
is. You take 183 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm down. But honestly, considering how much that is, not by that much.
There you go.
Like,
Yes, you see time freezes, and the flaming Zulker Morzamek flicks his wand, and you see just like a fireball appear, and he walks around you and flicks another one, another fireball appears, and like they're just like violently shaking, and he goes, "What did I offer Croesus to give up everything, abandon being a warrior Drook? Or did you ever consider, what did she come to me asking for?" And then the time stop ends, all these fireballs hit, explode, and you wake up from your dream. You have not expended any spell slots. You have a full rest.
oh yeah, full rest. Feeling good.
Feeling good.
No issues here.
Oh, this is fine.
When I go after some time, I probably sit there panicked because that happened instantly for a while before I go to relieve Wikipedia. And when I go up to relieve you, I'm shaken to my core. And you can tell that, like, something is wrong. I'm here.
Water's are really getting to you, huh?
Oh,
It's bad
it's
out
not
here.
the water.
You sure?
Really, really bad dream.
We're getting close to that door. We'll be there soon.
Go rest up. We got a lot going on tomorrow.
That we do. Are you sure you're okay to take the next watch?
I would prefer.
I can stay up again.
No,
Okay.
no, I need to do this.
I'll make my way down to my little cot. Reluctantly scared as a player.
Mm-hmm.
Wikipedia, you fall asleep, and you are in
I
your.
have the best rest
You
I've
have the
ever
best.
had. Wake up the next morning, sun is shining.
You are back in your hometown. You are surrounded by your whole family. You come out of your house. You see that your sisters, Ren and Winter, are finishing breakfast at your parents' house. They're going back out to pick strawberries today. They're talking about going with your niece and nephews, Neely and Spring. Excuse me, Neely and Nefer are the two nephews, and taking them out to go strawberry picking. Your parents are Willow and Lamo are both. Is it Lamo?
It is Lamo.
It is Lamo. Excuse me. Lamo sounded. It was harsh. I'm sorry.
It's hard, but that also is intentional.
Willow and Lamo are very excited to be cooking breakfast for all their kids again. Although they're grown, they are both like working double time in the kitchen. Your mother is like passing out plates, and she knows like how people like their food cut, and so she's cutting up everyone's food and she's preparing it the way they like. And your father is in the back like rapidly cooking food. He doesn't remember who likes what, but he knows how to cook a hearty breakfast, and so he's in there cooking everything up. And you see everybody is having a good time. Nobody like they're talking about how exciting the unveiling of the Corn Palace was last night, and everyone's just having a good time.
Can we just talk about something other than the Corn Palace?
Oh, Wicked Piet. Oh, what else is there to talk about? It's the biggest thing that happened in town.
Exactly, that's the biggest thing that happens in town. Why do we keep talking about it? Find something else to do.
Give me a perception check.
23.
You can hear, not too far outside, the thunderous rumbling of a wave, but wave doesn't cut it. A tsunami, an ocean's amount of water, crashing through the valley, rapidly approaching your house.
If I look out the window, do I see anything?
Yeah, you see a wall of water taller than the sky, like not
Taller
peacefully
than
making
the
its way towards you, but like violently ripping up the ground, tearing up the farm plots. You see people from the town being sucked into it, and it is destroying everything in its path.
Where I want to go grab the twins, the two littles, Nefer and Nefer, and go grab Spring and Autumn, the other kids. I'm grabbing the kids.
You start to grab the kids. Give me a athletics check.
Oh, you're dead.
Nat 20.
Oh, wow.
The kids use their legendary
funny.
resistance, and you are able to get these kids up in your arms. No one else in the house is paying attention. They're moving about their breakfast. You get all these kids under your arm, in your hands.
I got two little, they're tiny. They're up here. In my arms. There's 4 of them. I want to go upstairs as high as I can, up to the roof.
You get up to the roof, and just as you get up to the roof, this wall of water smashes into the house. Every plank of wood is split. Everything in the house is absolutely obliterated.
I'm just holding them really tight.
Give me a strength saving throw with disadvantage.
I got another nat 20.
Wow, that's
And then-
ridiculous.
And
That is
18.
ridiculous.
Ooh, that's still good.
18's still pretty good, but I also rolled a nat 20.
You take 27 points of damage as
Jeez.
this wall of water smashes into you. You hold tight on the children, and you are blasted into the forest. And as you begin to slam up against the trees, some of the children are knocked away from you. Nefer is pulled off your shoulder into this ocean that is plowing through the forest. You hit a tree and you take another 5 points of damage as Autumn is knocked out of your arm. You currently still have...
Oh, the 2 girls. Took both boys from me.
Yes, you have Neely and Spring.
Yeah.
And the water is pushing you rapidly down the path that you walked originally. Give me a Constitution check.
Uh, 17.
Cool. You hold your breath as you're underwater. You see Bubbles escape both of the children. They failed their first Constitution check. They both have a point of exhaustion, and the
They're just children.
the whole ocean, the whole forest is flooded with water. It's your turn. You have a full action movement bonus action if you want it.
Jesus. Can I like get up to the surface so they can breathe?
You look up and the water is infinitely tall. There is no top to this wave.
I don't know how to help them.
You give me a perception check.
A 12.
You can see that there is a current that's pulling leaves into the gaping mouth of the tree that you took your dagger from, and the tree that you walked into to get to the unseelie court in your last dream.
If that's the only place we can go, then that's where we go. I'm not going to sit here and drown with them.
Cool. You swim into the tree. You can see that things begin to change as you move through the caverns of the unseelie. Give me another Constitution saving throw.
A 9.
Cool. You take a point of exhaustion as bubbles escape from your mouth. Neely also fails a second one, and Spring succeeded.
Neely's just a baby.
You continue to press forward, and you make your way out of the cavern into the hall of the unseelie. You see the throne. You see the lanterns, which have been snuffed out. You see the pillars beautifully engraved. Give me another Constitution save. It's 2 more fails for the kids.
Stop. A 6.
It's another fail for you. You take another point of exhaustion. What does Wikipedia do in this room? You see that the water is like pouring out of the... it's flowing out of the pillars, but it's also completely filled this whole section of the forest.
Are we still underwater?
You're still underwater.
You're still underwater
Mm-hmm.
in
Yep.
the room?
You're in a completely open worm, and no matter how much water flows out, and like water flows in to keep everything in sight underwater.
Yeah. I am going to cast Charm Person on Spring
Okay.
in my arms
They'll fail.
so that she is not frightened,
Perfect.
so that she feels safe. And I want my mage hand to take Neely and just bring her up as high as mage hand can go. If there's even a top, if there's any chance that Neely can go get air.
Perfect. Give me another Constitution save.
19.
You see that Neely passes out. Spring looks up at you, fearful. The spell is cast, and then a smile washes over their face as they are clinging to you. Um,
And I'm just gonna hug her really tight.
you hug her really tight. You on that 19, you give her that tight hug. You take a breath in and realize that you can breathe the water. Wickby, through the Unseelie Court, has been granted that eldritch ability to breathe water. And as you remember this and breathe in, Neely also goes unconscious. Sorry, Spring goes unconscious. And you look to the throne of the queen, and you see the black gemstone is that aqua gemstone. There is no black. There is no puddle on the ground. It is only a aqua blue-green gem embedded in the tree. And as you feel Spring go limp in your arms, you wake up. While this is happening, Tawny, you notice that as you're taking watch, there are a handful of splashes from the other ships as 8, 9 bodies distributed from the other ships throw themselves overboard into the ocean.
Can I turn into a dragon and try to fly and try to get these bodies?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a
I hate that we're calling them
perception.
bodies.
Does your dragon have dark vision?
We can say yes. Yes, I do. I have
Cool.
blind sight and dark vision.
Give me a perception check then.
As my dragon or as Tawny before I turn?
As the dragon.
As the dragon.
As the dragon.
Good. The dragon has better perception. That's an 18.
Cool. You watched people from the Twisted Scar and some of the Neils on the Arcane Ward fall off the ship into the water. You see them hit the water. You turn to a dragon. You swirl on the ships. As these people hit the water, again, it's like one person from the Black Gambit, 2 from the Twisted Scar, a handful from the Arcane Ward, a couple from the Royal Turncoat. And although it's random throughout the ships, they all hit the water within a second of each other. Just poof, 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 splash, splash, splash. You sail around. An 18 perception is very good. There's not a single body under the water.
Fuck. Was it everyone who might have been up taking watch sailing, or
It's hard to tell. You know that everybody on, not everybody, but a good chunk of the people on the Guppy were there too, and no one came off the Guppy.
Okay. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna start here's a question.
Sure.
Does my earring work when I'm a dragon? It's
That's a
still
great
on
fucking
me.
question.
Does Tawny wear her earrings as a dragon? Like, are her dragon ears pierced?
Dragons don't
I
have
mean,
ears.
is it
Don't they
on
just
you?
have like holes in the side of their
No,
head?
it kind of like all of
Because
her
her clothes
belongings.
disappear.
Yeah, it just like kind of like is still with her, but not like on her.
Yeah.
Like Monkey Kildak.
Like monkey
Yes.
kill that.
Yeah, so like the earring, because I know I do this when I use it, but I don't actually like. That's not actually the rule. I just do that for
We all
visual.
do this.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm gonna rule. I'm gonna say yes, you can still use it. I think that this ruling is specific to the fact that the ability is to communicate with your players, with your fellow players. That's not something that I think is fun to prevent, nor do I think it's going to detract from the rest of the story. And the reason why I say it like that is I could absolutely see where, like, you have the ring of mind shielding. As a dragon, I don't think your ring of mind shielding still affects you. I don't think you gain the benefits of the ring in dragon form. However, you shouldn't be penalized on a communication standpoint for being a dragon. And so, as a DM, I get to make
Didn't
the
stop you
rules.
before.
As a DM, and I can make the rules, you can still use the earring
Okay.
in dragon form, but that doesn't blanket apply for all of the equipment you have.
So I'm gonna
But a good
speak just to the other two, not to everyone who has an earring, and go. Something just happened. I don't understand it, but people just jumped off the ships, and there's no one in the water. I don't know what to do.
I mean, yeah, I would too. I just had the worst nightmare of my life.
I'll run up to the top deck, but I mean, we're still moving. Like, do I
Yeah.
see anything?
Yeah,
I
give me
do
a
have
perception
dark
check.
vision.
Oh yeah, give me a perception check. Perception check. Yeah, perception check.
2.
Mhm.
Yeah, you don't see nothing out there. The water is clear. Like, you should be able to see if there's a body in the water.
Are you sure you're not imagining it, Tony?
Yes.
I don't see anyone.
I don't.
Do you need to go back to sleep? Do you need me to take Overwatch?
No.
I'm
No,
a-
it's fine. And I'm going to land back on the guppy, but I'm going to stay in my dragon form.
Cool. Perfect. Time passes. The rest of the night is uneventful. The sun rises in the morning. And I need Wikipede and Tawny to give me wisdom saving throws again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad I'm exempt from this, kind of.
I rolled a
you-
9, but if my madness is against being frightened, if
Yeah,
it's not
then
a
you can roll.
frightening one,
Then you can roll again.
well, no, yeah, let me
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Give me roll with advantage real quick, and then you'll still roll for madness. And then if it's the right thing, then you can ignore it.
And my second roll was a 23.
Hmm.
Okay, cool. So you'll get your madness. If it falls under the category of fear, you can ignore it. Tawny, what did you roll?
I got a 24, and just for continuity's sake, so everyone knows, I am still a dragon.
Perfect. Sweet. Cool. No madness to review. For the three of you, the sun begins to rise. The crew gets up, and it's the first thing that is noticed is during breakfast. You hear somebody starts coughing and spitting up, and they point to the water, and like all of the water, it's gone sour. And the crew looks around, and every barrel of water tastes like salt water. It's been fouled. It's been sullied. It's all brine. Yeah, and the crews across all the ships, you hear everybody complaining about this. We have no water. We will not last a day. We will not last until the next port if we don't get water. You see Patchy Polly looks to Kildak, and she says, "Is there anything you can do about this, Cam? You did some
You
water
got some
stuff."
Water magic?
I don't think I can do anything with that. I mean, I can always try.
Anything?
Kildak's having thoughts.
No, I can't do anything.
Kildak, I think this is a fair check to give to Kildak. Kildak, give me a Constitution check for me.
Nat 1.
Oh, if Wiggity wants, I'll let you re-roll it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Net 1. We're in the same room.
5. But plus something. Constitution 7 total.
Yeah, you.
Everyone
Yeah,
else took all the good rolls.
everyone says that the water is bad. Yeah, and so you guys come down to the room and they're like, this water is salt water. We cannot drink this.
Can I take a sip?
Yeah, you can take a sip. Yeah, it's perfectly clean water. There's nothing wrong with it at all.
You fools.
Um,
Just drink the goddamn water. You'll be fine.
Wikipedia, this is salt water. This is drinking ocean water. You
It
dehydrate.
smells like it, but drink it. It tastes fine.
They take a sip, they spit it out, and Wikipedia, this is salt water.
Oh, now I'm gonna
give me
try some.
It's clean to you.
Because we passed.
Tawny, give me an investigation check.
And I felt the intrusion.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, fuck. 9.
It's hard to tell, but you take a sip of the water too. The water is objectively clean water.
Maybe I can
and-
fix it. And I take a barrel of water, and I'm going to freeze it using blub blub blub. Turn
Sure.
it into solid ice. And then
You want me to melt it?
Can you?
I have a bonfire. I can.
As long as that doesn't, we want it to stay in the barrel.
Well, if you keep it in the barrel, I'll put the
Or what-
bonfire under the barrel.
Okay. Yeah. Melt
Keep it up
here.
at healthy height so it doesn't completely go up in flames, but enough to warm the water. I can do
That's
that.
good. Yeah. We'll melt this.
You do this process, and when the crew tastes the water, the enchantment that tricked them into thinking it's salt is undone.
Go high five
the-
Kildak. Did it.
Freezing it, melting it, even if you melt it, and then your process convinces them that the salt has been removed from it, and
Yay for fake science.
yay for fake science. I also would have accepted pretending to boil it or intimidating or persuading the crew to drink it anyway.
I was debating between both. I was
Yep.
really leaning towards just persuading them just to drink it anyway.
And it takes you guys some time, but since those are both cantrips,
Yep.
you move throughout all of the ships and cleanse all of the water.
Cleanse.
But Wikipedia, you do have to admit, as you're doing this, there is something like that tickles you on the inside. Like, it's genuinely funny about the idea of dying of dehydration at sea. Like, something about that is just like, that's like, what a funny punishment. Like, what a way to go to dehydrate in an ocean. Like, the
stupid.
irony.
I was surrounded by plenty of water. Fresh water in all these barrels, and I wouldn't drink it.
When you guys move on to the Royal Turncoat and you're cleansing their barrels, at one point, Royal Turncoat is the last ship that you're doing. You're melting their water, and you feel a hand grab you by the shoulder, Wikipedia. Yeah, and you look over, and everybody in the deck that's with you does not have faces. Their faces are flat and just covered in skin. Their clothes are all the same, and they are all like staring at you and Kildek, staring without eyes, boiling this water.
I just kind of light up in this green energy as my mage armor just kind of instinctually just pops up.
Is
Your
that
mage
a
armor comes up.
visible energy?
Kind of. I mean, I think if people who are looking for it, like Tawny, can like very easily see it because she just has an eye for magic, not even using detect magic. Kildek can probably see it because he's magical, but like I think the average person who's not looking for it doesn't see it. But I think if you look hard enough, you can see like the shimmering, see-through green around her.
So do I see it?
You see
Yeah,
the shimmering
yeah.
green. You also see all these people without faces.
Wikipedia. What's going on?
Kildek? I don't know.
You see like 3 of them reach into like onto their belts and begin to draw daggers from the belt.
It's another saltwater situation. They don't know what's going on. We don't know what's going on.
I want to charm
We're in a very
person, someone who's. Wait, that won't work.
You can try it if you want.
Okay, I'm just gonna try it because the freezing and thawing shouldn't have worked either. I'm gonna just flip open my eye patch and look at someone and try and charm them.
Yeah, what
with
do they have to
charm
be?
person? I'm not
It's
sure.
your spell
Can
save,
they
probably.
see me?
Yeah, they can see you.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw.
They rolled an 8.
They failed.
Cool. You see they freeze. They blink a couple times, and everybody is normal again.
Everybody?
Everybody's normal. Everybody has their normal clothes, their faces. They do still have their daggers in their hand, and they look confused. And you notice that both of you also have one of your weapons drawn.
I put mine back away.
Actually, I don't think Kildek does, because Kildek would have to use his hand to flip his eye patch. Kildek, you're fine.
I'll pick mine up off the floor where I dropped
Is
it
that-
to go to my away.
And I just kind of like go to like drop mine and it just poofs away. Still shimmering.
Beautiful. As the evening goes on, Tawny, which boat are you spending your time on?
Don't make it the Royal Turncoat.
Pick your enemies wisely.
I am on the Depressed Guppy because it is at the head of all the ships, and I am in as a dragon, and I am scanning the water.
Cool. You are scanning the water. You're scanning. As you look into the reef, you've realized since this morning, since the sun has risen, the reef looks different. Unlike it did yesterday, where it looked normal, where normal shadows would be cast from the rainbow of colors of the reef and the coral and the anemones that are out there. Every spot that would have a shadow, the shadow is absolute. Like it is as if no light gets past the shadow. Like each shadow is perfectly defined, dark as night. But then as soon as that shadow, you move past that shadow, bright as day again. It's as if anything that the sunlight does not directly touch is in night. And so you have like this very stark difference of every color under the sun and these spots of pitch blackness. You're scanning. Kildeck and Whitby are on the other ships, and you look in your peripheral and you realize that none of the ships off the starboard bow are there. You look behind you, they're gone. You look off to the port side, you're gone. You are the only ship in the reef right now. The whole, you have lost the rest of the fleet.
I'm gonna... God. Yeah, I'm gonna fly up and I'm gonna try to see if I go high enough, if we've just sped past them, if I can see them.
Cool. You pick up off the ship. You take a lap around, and you're looking for the ships. Something catches your eye under the water. It's movement, and you see some of the corals part, and a massive, 50-foot eye opens up under the reef. It blinks and then closes. And then a different spot, a couple 100 feet away, a different eye opens up. This one, the first one was like a normal human eye. This one is black and red. This one closes. Another one, even bigger, this eye, bigger than the Depressed Guppy, opens up with yellow and oranges. And it blinks at you, and the eye shifts around, and then looks up at you, and then a bunch of other eyes begin to open up under the water.
So, I am going to be back up at the front, by the Depressed Guppy.
Sure.
And I am going to lightning breath the water at some of these eyes, but specifically in front of the Depressed Guppy.
Excellent choice. You shoot lightning out. Give me a damage roll because I want to see it. I'm sorry. I wanted to see how much damage it was. I forgot that just forced.
It takes forever to find out.
Sorry.
60.
60. Ooh.
Wow, that's got to be near max, right?
Wow. You blast the water with this lightning. It crackles out. All the eyes slam shut, and you hear gasps and awe and cheers. And you turn around, and the rest of the ships are there. Everyone is staring at Tawny. And, I mean, they're kind of excited at the show, but they're a little confused as well, on edge. He's one of the deck of the powder keg. All the goblins immediately begin to man the cannons and swivel it to in front of the ship. They are ready to fight whatever you're shooting at.
I like their gumption. Those guys are with us through and through.
Oh yeah, I have no worries about them leaving us.
I have only two descriptions for the powder keg, and it is ride or die and DTF. And those are the only I have to describe their ship.
That's all you need.
Oh my god.
Yeah. The Kildek and Wigby, you see this display from Tawny. She picks up, takes a couple laps, comes back down, shoots lightning into the water. You guys make it back onto the Depressed Guppy. And I would think, Kildek, you would probably be one of the first to notice that it is becoming like early evening. And at the very least, you should have seen land by now. But you're still in, like, it's a reef every way that you look. And, again, you should have been at the reef the door, like, an hour or two ago, and you don't even see land.
I'm gonna check the compass.
Yeah. The compass swivels and points in the direction that you're heading.
Oh, okay. We're just being slowed. That's okay. There was salt water. There was faceless zombies. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It doesn't. There's no way Kildek isn't thinking, oh, like the water is just moving against us. Like,
Gotcha.
It's just an illusion.
Beautiful. The sun sets that night. How are we doing handling this next night?
I'll
Do you
take
want the
first
same
watch.
shifts, or do you want to mix it up? You want to go first?
I'll take first shift.
Okay. I'll go second.
I will go to sleep because they're taking the ship watches. I am sleeping on the deck of the ship as a dragon.
Perfect.
Do you snore?
Cool.
Oh.
Sweet.
I don't think so, but check.
We will start with Tawny then. Tawny, you, as soon as you fall asleep, you are on board the deck of the Depressed Guppy. It is pouring rain. It is pitch black in the night. You have your scepter in hand, but the crystal is cracked, is shattered. The magic that was once imbued with it is gone, and it is no more than a paperweight. You look up, and the lightning cracks, and a skyscraper of a beast looms above the guppy. You see, silhouetted by the lightning, tentacles coming out of her mouth, pincers on either side, two gargantuan claws, crustacean claws, creep out of a hulking body. This creature is 200, 300 feet tall. You see sprouting from her waist under the water, reaching up, are at least 10, 12 tentacles that sweep out and are swooping across the water. Some of them crest even over her head as the tentacles swirl in the through the night sky, pushing past the clouds as the lightning crackles down. And you see the 6 eyes open up, all glowing red, and the voice booms into the night air and goes, "You've come to stop me, warrior Druk. I will not be denied what is mine." Roll initiative.
Again.
We have to get a book.
Am I
Sounds
a
like John wasn't
dragon or am I in my mortal form since I went to sleep as a dragon?
I'll let you choose.
I think that when the dream started and I was very much focused on the scepter, it was kind of like, in a dream when you don't even know what you are, and it's just it was just on the scepter. But with
Absolutely.
this and getting into this, since I went to sleep as a dragon, I am a dragon.
Cool.
And that is another 16 for initiative.
Ooh, perfect. You get to go first.
And I'm going to immediately fly up as high as I can. So I have 80 feet. To try to get closer to the top of her.
Closer?
And I am going to lightning breath.
Cool. Absolutely. Make a dexterity save. She got a 12.
She failed.
Cool.
So she's going to take the full brunt of this.
Beautiful.
Does it matter that
Okay.
much?
Poker.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
I wouldn't expect to kill her in this attack, if that's what you're saying.
I know, but
If she has 1,000 hit points, we do 30.
She has over 400.
That's not bad.
But against just Tawny,
Well,
1v1.
she just did 60 last time. All she has to do is that.
I'm gonna pre-roll something.
7 more times.
I think Tawny could last 7 rounds.
I got 66 points of damage
Wow.
with my
Round
lightning.
one.
Round 1.
Here, you see she roars in pain, and says, "It'll take more than lightning to strike me. I am of the sea. I am of the storm."
Or maybe she is resistant to lightning.
Is
It's
going
take 14.
to make a couple attacks. Does a 26 hit?
No, not at all. In any way, shape, or form. My dragon is so beefy.
No worries, no worries. Does a 23 hit?
Yep.
Okay, cool. The other one is a nat 1. Cool. Now we'll lie. Okay, so as you come, the tentacle is going to swing up and strike into Tawny. You are going to take 23 points of damage, and then give me a dexterity saving throw.
I got another fucking natural 20.
Wow.
So many nat 20s this episode.
You are not knocked prone, which in this
Cool.
case would make you fall.
Mhm.
The second tentacle comes. It's going to strike you for another 20 points of damage, and it's going to wrap itself around you. Give me another saving throw.
That is 18.
Cool. It restrains you in its grasp. You are grappled by this tentacle as it wraps around you. Cool. Perfect. It is your turn. You can, if you stay grappled, you can still make attacks. You simply cannot move, or you can use an action to break the grapple. Attempt to break the grapple.
Do I have to make a roll to see if my lightning comes back?
Yes. Roll a d6. On a 5 or a 6, it comes back.
Oh, right. She can't
I got a
do it
5.
7 times.
Cool. You have your lightning again.
Well, I guess theoretically she could, but the chances are so low.
Yeah, I'm gonna just, like, from grappled, if I get a good enough angle on the tentacle, whatever, I'm gonna lightning again.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Your choice. If you want to roll, I'll let you even take the last roll if you wanted to keep
Yeah.
that 66.
That's easier,
Cool.
and that's
Beautiful.
high.
You blast another round of lightning into the creature. You see that her tentacle writhes in pain. And then at the start of her turn, since you're still grappled, she's going to pull you straight down into the water, and it smashes you into the surface. You take 21 points of damage as she smashes you into the water. And she's going to roll another nat 1. And those two will definitely hit. Cool. She smashes you into the water. You take 40 more points of damage as 2 more tentacles slam into you on the water. Is Tawny still up?
Yeah, I'm up.
Oh, beautiful.
What? Crazy.
Cool. It is Tawny's turn.
I'm a beefy dragon. Is it a dexterity or a strength to get ungrappled?
You are no longer grappled.
Oh, cool.
She exchanged the grapple for 21 points of damage.
I'm gonna
She
see if I
threw
get my
you.
lightning back.
Perfect.
And I do.
Oh, wow. Look at these rolls.
It's round 3.
That's round 3.
Oh. Should I?
You're
are we just
halfway,
using this
almost.
56 again?
Give you
I
the
think
specific.
that's a fair to be repeating.
Absolutely.
So yeah,
Awesome.
lightning's just again, and then I'm gonna take my movement to fly up as high as I can again because I don't like being down by the water.
Cool. You come out of the water, and as you sail out of the storming sea, you see that the Ursula lunges forward. The pincers open up. All of her tentacles in her mouth flay open, and a jaw unhinges, revealing dozens of rows of razor-sharp teeth. She opens up.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
That's so good. That's
Only 4 more rounds, Tawny.
a 36 to hit.
Granted, he did say over 400.
Over 20. You're gonna take 29 points of damage as she snaps her jaws into you. You are grappled by Ursula as her jaws clench down. Cool. And it is.
To be fair, that's karma.
Okay, cool. Cool. You are grappled by her teeth as she clenches down on you. It is your turn.
Get my lightning back again.
Wow.
From inside of her, I shoot lightning down her throat.
Allie, there will be no resistance to this one. As
Oh,
you
yeah.
strike lightning down her throat, she writhes in pain.
4.
And she writhes in pain, and the tentacles push you deeper into her mouth. The teeth, the rows of teeth, slice past you, and each with like the acidic saliva that rip by. You take 42 points of damage at the start of your turn.
And I'm down.
You're only 9 rounds short.
You are swallowed by Ursula, and you wake up.
Yay.
Yay!
Yay.
At least you
That
wake
was
up.
So much
Beautiful. Who else is asleep?
fun.
Gildak? Oh no.
Nope.
Gildak, Wikipede. Wikipede. You wake up from your dream, from sleep. You, the guppy is quiet. The cots are swaying. Everybody is asleep. You are hungry. Midnight snack would be nice. You make your way into the kitchen, and grab a little snack to eat, some extra fruit that's been lying around. You're munching on this fruit, and all of a sudden you feel a immense pain, sharp pain, stab into your back. You take you take 22 points of damage as you are stabbed in the back. You reel away. I need you to roll initiative for me as you pull away and you pull the knife out of your back.
A 6.
Okay. You pull away, and as you stumble across the table, you see standing behind you with 3 eyes on one side, a tentacle hanging down, and a bloody knife in the other hand is Kildek, who rolled a 17 on initiative. Jake, if you'll do me the favor and play as Dream Kildek real quick, you get to go first. I need you to deal as much damage as you can to Wicked P real quick.
Do I have to use that knife you were just using?
No, you can use whatever you want.
Okay. So he had the knife out, he stabbed you. He's just gonna drop it.
Oh, I'm sorry. With your extra tentacle arm, you get a second attack every turn. But keep going.
Cool. So he's gonna hold on to that knife. No, that's lame. He's gonna drop it, and just cross his arms, pull out his saber and his flintlock at the same time.
Ooh.
The tentacle has to hold the saber because how would it pull a trigger? And he's gonna slash at the same time. He's gonna aim to shoot in the wound he had just stabbed.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, make those 2 attacks. One of those you can use your Rockish Audacity to add sneak attack to.
What?
It's just him and another person, and he doesn't have
Okay,
disadvantage.
so Wikipedia, does a 23 hit?
Oh, fuck you. Yeah.
And that does 6 plus 9.
This fight is even easier than the last one. I don't have to do anything.
Oh my
Okay, so you take
goodness.
19 slashing. Oh, sorry. 23 slashing. Piercing. I don't know why they're different.
Shit.
Okay. 23 piercing. And then I'm gonna shoot you. Does a 23 hit? Is that the same number I just had? I think so.
That was the same number.
Odd.
Then yes, you rolled a 23 again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is only 7 piercing damage.
Okay. And you have to make a dex save. As you start to ignite in flames surrounding you.
Oh, that's cool. Does a 19 work?
It does work, Kildek. So you will still take damage.
John, do you want me to keep track of this damage?
No, you don't have to.
Hey! I don't know if he goes down in my turn.
That's fair. That's fair. No, yeah, you gotta keep
okay. How
track
much?
of it.
Only like 3 points of damage.
Okay.
That's not much.
But it's honest work.
So is that your turn?
No, that was a reaction.
That was a
no,
reaction.
Oh, that was a reaction. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. You
Cool.
damaged me and like, you went
Actually-
up in flames.
Like you have a bonus action if you want it.
I'm good.
Cool.
Fuck
Kildak,
it. What
is
the
it
hell?
you?
I'll use it.
Kildak, why are you shooting at me?
You're actually on fire as well.
I'm.
Well, actually, I guess I have to. So, what's that? It's a dex save.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
A 13.
Does not pass. It was 14.
And?
And how much damage is that? Kildak?
11, 15, 15, and then a 15-foot cone of fire shoots out of my tentacle and hand put together. It would look something like this, I guess.
Interesting.
And anything that's flammable that's not being worn or wielded is on fire as well.
Does that end your turn, Kildak?
It does, yeah.
And I'm gonna keep my distance on the other side of the table, and then also pull out my flintlock,
Ooh.
matching his. My daggers in my other hand, and I'm gonna pull the trigger on you. Does a 14 hit?
Yes, it does.
Oh,
Did you roll a 2?
I did.
Wow. Ridiculous.
I do 13 points of damage, and
Okay.
following close
You
behind
deal
13
only
points
6.
of damage.
How much was right behind?
a 20
Sorry.
A 22 to hit, following is the second bullet, as the gun fires twice.
That does hit.
So did the 14. So.
I was trying to figure out how you got half damage. It was because you're. Yep.
Yep, I have the damage of the first one to 6.
Yeah. No, that's smart.
Whereas the second one's a lot beefier.
7 points of damage on the second one.
Okay, so 13 total.
Oh no, 12. That was 12 points of damage. I'm sorry.
So
There was an extra 5 on that.
So an additional 5 then.
Yes.
Mhm. Don't you love it when your players PvP?
Yes.
No. We did enough of this.
We've only been doing this all campaign.
Kildak, you're up.
Except now I get to shoot.
Wikipy, you hear a whisper in your brain that just says, "You should have killed him when you had the chance. When you had the chance, you should have taken the shot." Yeah, Kildak, it's your turn.
Tori, can you tell me how
Kildak,
much
stop.
health?
This is just another illusion. Stop fighting me.
How much health do you have left?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Okay. That's fair. I'm gonna
If you listen carefully, I said it before we started filming the session.
Yeah, what our max was.
Yeah,
And then do all the math backwards.
I have been.
not paying that much attention. Okay. I'm going to run up and stab you again.
Good.
Beautiful.
25 to
Kildak,
hit.
Stop it. Jesus. Yes. Why do you have these buffs?
Now everyone knows how I feel on every roll. Does 38 to hit? Does that hit your? Does that hit Pugrant? Does that hit your little bully, John?
20 piercing.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
And then using sorcery points again, I will cast the sleep spell. A spell you have not seen, and Kildak did not know he could do.
Kildak still doesn't.
True.
This Wikipedia stream.
20, 26, 7, 28.
That's really clever. I like
30.
that.
Are you under 32 hit points?
I am under 32 hit points.
You're
Kill
unconscious.
that, please. I don't want to fight.
No, you're already unconscious.
And I'm unconscious.
And you, as you fall unconscious, you see Kildak close in on your body as you slump onto the table. You fall unconscious, and as your eyes close, you wake up with that ringing in your mind. You should have killed him when you had the chance.
I'm just gonna curl up in my bed and pull my knees in tight. Oh, I just want to get out of here.
And who's taking the next shift?
It was supposed to be Wikipedia she offered.
I am next. I'm gonna shake it off and I'll go upstairs.
That's fun.
You relieve, I believe, Kildak of the helm.
She walks up to me.
Well, I didn't say that.
Oh.
I keep a healthy distance away from Kildak, and I don't say anything as I just make my way up to the crow's nest, and I'll hang out up there.
I'm sorry if I offended you, Wikipedia. I was just trying to help. And I'll go to
And
bed.
just over the edge of the nest, I'll just flip you off. All you see is just her tiny little hand.
What's she doing? Oh. And I'll go to bed.
Oh, she's being mean. I get it.
Oh, she's
No.
being mean. Before I go to sleep,
Yeah.
I do want to look at my crystal sea urchin. Is it telling me anything?
You look at your sea urchin, and you can almost hear like the faintest whispers from inside, but you don't. It doesn't tell you anything in particular.
There's whispers coming from the inside.
Yep.
I yeet it against the wall.
You huck it. It smashes into a bunch of pieces, and then as you turn away, you don't see the little pieces like worms like squirm their way up the side of the boat and off into the ocean.
Cool. And I'll go to sleep.
Cool. In your dream, you once again wake up on the boat. All the faceless pirates are there. They're moving around. You hear that voice calls out to you again through the giant reef that moves by you. Kildak, you're getting close. You're getting so close. But you're with others who wish harm to me. You're
I
lost.
wish harm to you.
You're lost. What did you say?
I said, I wish harm to you.
The ocean goes silent, and for a second, all of the pirates without faces all like snap their heads to look at you, and then go back to doing their duties on the ship. The voice goes, "You're lost, Kildak. We wish to give you back what you've lost." And this time, you feel that weird sensation in your hands and your eyes again. And you look down, and this time it's not a tentacle, but a full dwarven hand. You feel your face under the eye patch, and there is a normal dwarven eye. And the voice goes, "We wish to give you back what you lost. We can help you. Find us. Please find us. Don't be lost. Take our gift. A gift. And you see another one of these urchins begins to float by the ship.
How is that supposed to help me find you?
This one is different. This one will help.
It's just about the last one. And I'll pick it up.
You grab this one. As you grab it, you feel the urchin instantly breaks, shatters under your skin, creeps up under your arm, into your face. You can feel it creep up the side of your neck, and then you wake up. Your bed is soaked again. In addition to the detect thought spell, you now can cast Find the Path at will. It's a 6th level divination spell that lets you trace exactly your way to a destination. In addition, I'm going to send you a... You know what? No, we'll leave that as a surprise. But
I don't like that. I didn't like that.
Voices in your head subside. And there is no urchin in your bed. The bed is still soaked. But you can now cast Find the Path.
Is my arm gone again?
Your arm is gone again.
Okay. I'll do blub 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 and get the water out of my bed.
Clean the water out of the bed. As the sun begins to rise the next morning, just as light touches the ships, you hear shouting, fear from the other crews. You look, the crew is immediately awoken from shouts. You look left and right to the other ships. You see, again, as soon as the sun hits the decks of the ship, out of the water, hands come out. Pulling themselves out of the water are the crew members that had fallen off the ship, all without faces, all with daggers and cutlasses in their hands, clawing their way up the sides of the ship. In addition to these faceless people, you see that the same creatures that had attacked you in the bottom of the ziggurat, the chul, their tentacle mouths, their crustacean claws, scramble up the sides of all the ship. As they come up, the crew members are looking over, immediately snatches one from the deck, hurls him off the side of the twisted scar, and they scramble onto the deck. Tawny, you are looking around. You see that on the Black Gambit, a chul reaches on. On the Powder Keg, a chul crawls on. On the Twisted Scar, a chul and a couple of these faceless people claw their way on. The Arcane Ward, 2 chuls and a couple people claw their way on. 2 chuls leap onto the Royal Turncoat, another to the Key Lime Pie. All these boats crawling, these faceless people. And then you hear a thump on the Depressed Guppy. You look around, and you hear a voice calls out from the sea, from the reef. And all of you are awake at this point. All of you see them scrambling up. You hear a voice call out, and it says, These are the ones that killed our brothers and sisters. These are the ones that turned us to she who lurked beneath the reef. And these are the ones that will face the wrath of the crab shark. And smashing into the side of the boat and heaving itself onto the deck is a 25-foot great white shark with crustacean legs protruding out from its stomach, two massive crab claws on either side, this tail that is barbed with these crustacean spikes, and the ferocious jaws and beady eye of a great white lands on the deck of the Depressed Guppy. I need everybody to roll initiative, but before we know what they get, you will have to tune in next week to see who goes first, as our fleet is attacked by the remnants, the corrupted crab shark tribe, seeking revenge in in Rainbow Reef. Want to see how our crew fares, which captains of the fleet survive, and how many NPCs I can kill in a second crab shark raid.
No.
Or if you just want to know who gets to go first in this initiative, tune in next week to see what happens. Make sure you like and subscribe until we meet again over another round at the Four Rings Inn. Yar!
Yeah.